Welcome back, listeners. Welcome to a space where we will be bold, unapologetic, and simply magnificent. This is a place where voices come together and we talk about life through the lens of Black excellence. We will celebrate culture and other things that deal with the community. So, welcome back. This is Court. I'm so glad that you're able to join us today on the Simply Magnificent, Bold, and Black podcast. Um, you can find us again on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, any of your listening or any of your podcast needs. So today, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. Um, and I hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving and had fun with their family and friends, which is what Thanksgiving is. It's about giving thanks to just your environment, your culture, whether if it's giving back. I know a lot of different organizations may have done turkey drives, also giving donating food drives, and just participating in different things around the community, helping out where needed. Um, this is the season for giving. That is what Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything is the season for giving. We're here to give and have love for one another and just have peace and just have fun. Um, but with that, I know that some people did do different runs and things like that. So for me, I did enjoy my Thanksgiving. I actually had the pleasure of, well, was it the pleasure? We'll say that, but I had the pleasure of doing a turkey trot with the Atlanta Run Club here in Atlanta, Georgia. The Turkey Trot, it consisted of a 5K, a 10K, a marathon. Um, what made me want to actually do the Turkey Trot was it's I've done a 5K, what was it, last year for the hot chocolate run. So I wanted to do another 5K this year. And my goal was actually to do at least 3 to 4 5Ks this year in 2025. One, I wasn't able to do some of them either because I was out of town or something came up. So I felt like doing the turkey trot was something that I really wanted to do because I had missed my previous 5Ks. So the turkey trot, um, how did I prepare for the turkey trot? I was able to at least get into like 45 minutes a day, some type of workout, whether it was a walk slash run, a jog, or going to the gym, lifting weights and running, or getting on like the treadmill or things like that. But a lot of people will tell you, why do you want to run a turkey trot? For me, it was just something that I made a goal, and I made a goal, but then also it was like my wife said we should do it together. So we just signed up. It was off of a, hey, we're going online. Let's look up what turkey trots are in the area or what 5Ks are taking place within like the next couple of weeks. So we signed up, not thinking like, oh, that's 3 weeks away, even though we had been working out, running, doing what we needed to do. We were just like, let's just do it. So we signed up. We end up signing up like maybe, like I said, like 3 weeks before. The race was really nice. It was actually really challenging at first because I was just like, yeah, I don't like running outside very much. I am very a treadmill type of person, but doing a 5K outside is pretty cool. Um, but some of the other things that we did, we had to have like during the 5K, they actually, when you sign up, they have like days before the race where you can go and pick up like your materials, your bib, your shirt, if they have a shirt, or any materials. Um, and we went to pick up our materials. Our materials were cool. We got to take pictures. It was very interactive. It was actually really fun. You got to see different types of shoes, different types of running equipment, whether it was headbands or different headphones. And one thing I will definitely say for running and any workout, having a good playlist can make you or break you. So I had while we were there, they actually had like DJs and stuff like that. So I was actually listening to some of the music they were playing while we were at the run club to kind of get an idea of what type of playlist I wanted to have when I was running during my 5K. Um, but we actually went picked our things up. Once we picked our items up, it was straightforward. The next couple of days, we they kept us abreast with like the different places to park and where to go once you park, and then like no signing in or anything because we already signed in, just your, as I say, your noble fours. um they also were really good about getting people in and out and moving like runners in and out, because like one thing I will say sometimes with a 5K it is chaos. But the parking the parking was funny because it was like some people that actually were parking on the grass in places where you weren't supposed to park, but who cares? It's like we're here to run, go get our run on and go eat some turkey, some cranberry sauce, some yams or whatever. But the race started at, they told us to get there like 7:30. We got there about like 7:30, 7:35. It wasn't many people. um like the traffic wasn't bad going there, but once you got to the area, because the 5K took place at the Georgia Tech area in downtown. So once you got there, it was like parking was chaos. It was people running, it was cars blocking areas, but we end up getting our park. We end up walking to the race. So one thing I will say is when you're running these 5Ks, sometimes you got to be prepared to walk. We walked, I know, at least a half a mile before we actually got to the race, which was okay. It was a nice warm up to get your body warm, and you want to make sure you're agile. You want to stretch. So we made sure when we got out the car, we like stretched, had our headphones. We were talking. We had a little, we didn't drink like we had water. You want to make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure the night before you eat regular food, not much dairy or no dairy at all. Try to have something that's hearty. Um and that will help you in the morning time. But we didn't really like, if in the morning, to be honest, me, I didn't eat anything. Ate I had hydrated, and I had like some sips of coffee. That was like my pre-workout. um but once we got there, we got in line, and it was like music, and they just told you where to go. They had like different waves. They had like 5 waves. Each wave just took off at different times. We were in wave 3. They had dogs. It was dogs out there. It's no, there were dogs out there. There were babies out there. There were moms with strollers. It was a good time. There was so many different people from all over that actually ran. While I was doing the run, you had people cheering you on. It was a great environment. One thing I did like, a lot of people had signs, and like one of the signs that made you feel like it was just like, this is so cool. It was a little boy. He had a sign that said "Push for Speed," and all you had to do was run past and push his poster. But it was just like a way of, people are out here cheering us on, and they don't know us from anything, and they're just like, y'all out here running for a cause, or running because it's just a family tradition, or running because this is something you want to do to challenge yourself and be better. So for me, it did definitely make me see that I do want to do more 5Ks in the future, and that I will train a little bit more. Um, and I'll definitely just want to do it to get better and better and better as the time goes on. So it uh 5K is 3.5 mile? No, hold on. Let me look that up. Let's see. So for a 5K, we want to say that it was 3.1 miles. So if you're 3.1 miles, you just want to make sure your pace, if you can do 3 miles in 30 minutes, then you should be okay. Um, and ways you can train to do that, like I said before, was like getting working on the treadmill or doing like lunges or things like that. But also you could utilize like the Nike Run app. That's one of the things me and my wife really use is the Nike Run app, because there you can have different challenges, you can have different coaches, and also like they also have guided runs that say, okay, I can set up a 5K run. What can I do to get there? I have 30 days to get to a 5K run, and it will tell you. So on day one, you need to run 10 minutes at full speed, or you need to run 30 minutes at like a jog pace. And then like it'll break it down for you. And I also like the app because it tells you, like, you can put in more information, like, as in, like, okay, what type of shoes you have. So they can give you the information of, okay, how many miles do you have on this shoe, on these shoes? Maybe you need to look into get another pair of shoes for comfort and longevity for running. Another app that I would definitely say you could probably look at would be Just Run. That's one for like beginners, and it definitely is easier and low pressure, so it can, if you're just beginning, that's a good one you could use. Also for if you're more, as I say, more fun and more motivating ones, you could do like zombies or run 5K track trainings. Those are more fun and interactive. I know, like the Run Club, you can actually add friends, and that's one of the things I'm in, is a group called Women's Track Club, and I'm also in some other groups, but it's more like Nike Run groups, to try to get me more motivated to run and make sure it's like something I continue to do, to get that 45 minutes in. But I definitely think it's something I'm gonna continue to do. I definitely just bought a new pair of shoes as well. So you want to make sure you have some good, uh, you want to make sure you have some good shoes, good equipment. When I say equipment, I mean for women, I mean whether that's Under Armour, your tops and your bottoms, make sure they're insulated if you're running in the cold. Um, Even like we went Saturday, I wish I had gloves. It was freezing cold, not freezing cold. I'm not gonna say that, but it was cold outside. It was 35 degrees outside. Um, at the end, I could not feel my fingers. I was having, it was like nose running, and it was just like cold because the wind was just really bad too during the race. But other than that, I mean, just also just look up, go on YouTube and look up some running ideas, like how to get you ready for a 5K, because you know your body more than the next person would when it comes to training, what you can and cannot do. Just be sure that you are keeping track of what your time is and your pace is when you're doing these runs, to make sure you're growing and you're able to see a difference within like 3 to 6 months. um, but I definitely will go back. I definitely recommend the Turkey Trots to people. I definitely recommend 5Ks to people. So if you have the time and the energy, I definitely would say do it, have fun, get people to come with you. Know that you're not running alone. Know that you are not just the only person out there just walking or just jogging or anything like that. And know that when you finish that finish line, that's one medal, one goal off your list, and you can feel that, feel accomplished. So for me, after, I was just like, a lot of people were just like, yeah, after I'm going to have Thanksgiving, like, you're going to go spend time with your family. So running for 45 minutes to go spend time with your family, eat some good food, you couldn't beat it. So at the end, I felt like I did it. I enjoyed myself. The music was good. For my playlist, I at the beginning, I actually listened to Wale's new album, for like to get ready, to have my mind focused, to feel like I was just like, knew what my pace was, knew what I wanted to do, and then, as I say, how to attack this 5K. Then during the run, I listened to like Gunna, I did a little Future, I did a little Wayne. I had a look at smorgasbord of music. I use like Title. Title is one of the apps that I use for my music. I used to use Apple Music sometimes, but Title, I feel like I'm able to make a little bit more of a playlist that I like, and able to use like more of my DJing uh, ideas and things like that to make different playlists. But I will say, make sure you have a variety of music. And I had like the headphones, the Shock headphones. They're pretty good. Shock headphones, they're really nice. I do like the Beat headphones that go over your ears. They are really nice as well. So I think next time I'm gonna do like the Beat headphones, but we'll see. And what else? What else did I do? That's about it. I just had made sure I had my music, made sure I stayed focused. Um, if I got tired, I definitely walked. But most of the time I was jogging. They had like water, and you had people out there doing marathons. I am not there yet. One day, hopefully, to be there. Um, but yeah. So after that, we went to the race. After the race, I came home. We finished cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Um, and it was great starting my day like that. Like, it was so bold and so, like, brilliant for, like, us to just, "Hey, we're just gonna do this 5K and let's train for it. Let's get this done," because it was something we wanted to do. Um, I know after we were a little tired, but it actually felt good because we work out on a daily. So like I said, we came home, we cooked, we had fun, and we even felt like doing this made us help the community because this was a good cause. The money went back to the community. Um, it also made us see that balance matters, that like health is very important, as well as giving back. And just knowing that we were able to work out in the morning, feast in the afternoon, and then rest in the evening, that was a great day to just feel alive, like. So listeners, I just want to say, uh next year in 2026, or yeah, 2026, challenge yourself to, you don't have to do a 5K, but challenge yourself to do a 5K, sign up for one. uh Even if it's just a virtual 5K, you can sign up for those and have your own walk. Go out to your local park, walk for like 20 to 30 minutes each day. That walking will definitely, you'll see a difference, and you'll feel a difference, whether it's your breathing, your physical, your mental, and your just everything. It will definitely help you. So let me see. I know here in Atlanta they'll have a couple more 5Ks for, like, they'll have a Publix 5K for the Atlanta Run Club. There's a HBCU 5K that is in the summertime, and there also is a Divine 9 5K. All of these raise money to give back to the community in different ways, where in scholarships, or whether it's giving in food or food banks or things like that. So just be on the lookout for different 5Ks in your area. Um, but also, when you are looking for these 5Ks, make sure you do prepare for them. Just don't go out there and think that, oh, a week before I can start working out and then doing a 5K. You definitely have to prepare. So I want to say, since this is our Thanksgiving episode, I am grateful for our listeners, and I'm grateful for the platform that we are providing to our listeners, where we are listening to uh, different voices throughout the community. So, with our last episode, we had Brain on the episode where we talked about his upcoming upcoming CD, his new music and things like that. We definitely will have other guests on the episodes. We are looking at trying to have maybe like a class or candle making class or something. We'll see what we can do with different vendors and just different people in the community. I just want to also say, please check us out on our Instagram. Uh, on the Instagram and our all the platforms, which you have your Pandora, you have your StreamYard, you have Apple, you have Spotify, and Twitch. So with that, I want to say thank you and have a great rest of your week if you're off. And listeners, please come back and listen. We'll definitely have some more guests on the show. And I just want to say peace and love and just keep thriving in what you're doing.